I spent an entire month exploring techniques and exercises to develop hunter eyes. What I discovered, what happened, and what that even means, I will explain. But you gotta focus. So when I refer to this term hunter eyes, am I talking about developing night vision so that I can catch little rodents in the backyard with my bare teeth? No. The hunter eyes that I am referring to is a specific look that is highly desirable to achieve in the looks maxing community. Now typically there are two main categories here, hunter eyes versus prey eyes. Yes. With the prey eye look, the eyes are usually more wide open with a negative canthal tilt, almost giving the appearance of a permanent sigh. With the hunter eye look, the eyes are more deep set with more hooding over the eyes. This is usually accompanied by a positive canthal tilt, giving a more aggressive, confident look. Rawr. Now the big dealio perpetrating the internet is that prey eyes subconsciously portray that one is more submissive, while hunter eyes may subconsciously portray one is more dominant, and thus attractive. Now personally, I don't really believe this. I actually think there are many categories to a similar level of attractiveness, and you gotta remember, everybody has different tastes, etc. But nobody cares what I think, you just want to see if these hunter eye exercises and techniques actually made a difference. Let's get into that. So to start getting a little weird here, doing a relaxed side-by-side comparison with a headshot of Sean O'Pry, if I'm saying that right. He is a very successful male model, often used in the looks maxing community as a prime example of the hunter eye look. Now from the relaxed position, you can see the more aggressive hooding at the open eyelid level on Sean O'Pry's eyes compared to mine. Now one thing that really caught my attention was the symmetry this guy has. In fact, in the relaxed position, it looks like I do have some hooding already going on, but way more so on my right eye. So this would be one thing I would try to address with this experiment. Now I also did a side-by-side comparison where I tried to force this hunter eye look. Maybe this actually looks pretty close at first glance, but the biggest problem here is that by trying to force this look, it was actually very fatiguing to the muscles in my forehead. Not only that, but if you look closely, you can see my forehead muscles trying to squeeze in. Now, I would assume if I just tried to do this all day long, eventually this would develop some kind of line or wrinkle here, which I assume is not desirable in the looks maxing community. I don't know. For me, really, though, I couldn't hold it for more than 10 seconds without my head feeling like it was cramping up. So, to achieve the hunter eye look in a relaxed position all day long, what's up, me lady? What are some of the exercises and techniques that I found during my exploration? Well, after researching this for a couple of days, I discovered this was actually quite a deep topic. Everything from makeup and face tape to actual cosmetic surgery, just to achieve this hunter eye look. Now, I wanted to stick to the natural DIY techniques, and amongst those, a few stood out. The first, and what I would consider a cornerstone to trying to achieve this look, is just intermittently practicing the look. So I made myself a little cheat sheet that I could take around with me to remind myself what I was trying to achieve, and thus anywhere, anytime, I could whip this out and try my best to mimic my goal intermittently to the best of my ability, holding this hunter eye gaze.
I cannot believe you brought that stupid piece of paper with you on vacation. You've had that in your pocket all day?
Made it through TSA.
Oh my gosh.
The idea is that by practicing this, just like anything else, over time it will become more easy and thus more natural to do. Now I came across a more aggressive technique where some people believed that by smashing objects into their eyebrow bone, this would cause the bone to grow thicker, and over time this would lead to a hooded eye look. In my opinion, I would not recommend doing this. No. But there was another technique I was a little curious to try, but also a little sketched out as well, called eyelid pulling.
Ugh, why?
The idea is that by pulling the eyelid every once in a while, over time, this might lead to the eyelid being stretched out a little bit, adding to this hooded eye look. Now, I was a little sketched out about this one. I mean, just think about it. Do you really want to be stretching your skin out on your eyelid? I mean, what if it gets like saggy, yo? But I figured if I just did it for the duration of this experiment, maybe once or twice a day for only like 10 seconds, and then maybe did like 1 or 2 solo sets on my left eye, which appears to be my less hooded eye in the relaxed position. Maybe I could get that symmetry back and it more hooded like my right eye. I don't know, I would monitor this closely because, I mean, do you really want to be stretching out your skin? I don't know. Now, the next technique was very interesting, and this is using ice around the whole brow ridge, face, eye area, etc. The theory is that by using ice and making this area really cold, the body may signal this area to develop more brown fat. And more brown fat in this area may lead to a more aggressive brow, more hooding, and thus more of a hunter eye look. Is this actually scientifically feasible? I really don't know, but I was willing to try this one anyways. So I iced this area once a day for up to 3 minutes. Now, I thought this technique would be easier than it actually was, but after only about 15 seconds of rolling the ice around this eyebrow ridge, it was like a brain freeze basically. So honestly, getting any bit over 1 minute was my goal, doing this once a day.
Oh, I got a brain freeze.
Now, speaking of fat accumulation, the typical male model and average looks maxer often chases leanness. However, on the contrary, something that may help a more prominent hunter eye look may actually be being fatter. That is, if the specific body tends to store fat in this eyebrow area, increasing the hooding, thus increasing that aggressive, confident hunter eye look. I figured whether this was actually effective or not, I was already bulking, so continue the bulk. Now, another technique that is said to help with facial structure, helping with the hunter eye look, is the practice of mewing. That is essentially just having the tongue placed on the roof of the mouth as the teeth are closed and holding this position whenever relaxed, not talking, not eating, etc. Now, I've actually been practicing mewing for the past few months, and I already made a video on those results, specifically focusing on the jawline. But I will continue this technique through this hunter eye experiment because I figure everything adds up and it couldn't hurt.
Yeah, we're doing this.
I continued with these techniques on the daily. Now, about halfway through the experiment, I decided I wanted to take a more aggressive approach at canthal tilt. That is the angle between the outer eye crease and the inner eye crease. At best, in my before photo, I have a neutral, if not slightly negative canthal tilt. Ideally for the hunter eye look and modeling after Sean O'Pry, you would want more of a positive canthal tilt. Now, in my search for canthal tilt exercises, I found a plethora of hacks for this subgenre. I could perhaps make a whole nother experiment just on this topic. Anyways, what I found that I thought might be effective and wanted to try were face massages for positive canthal tilt. So I added this in 5 minutes a day. Now, along with everything else, it was beginning to be quite a bit, but I was determined to see if there would be any cumulative effect, so I consistently stuck with all of the techniques for the remainder of the 30 days. So at the end, was I successful in changing my eye shape and achieving hunter eyes? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the results. So holy smokes, in the relaxed position, it actually does look like I got some additional hooding over my left eye. In fact, maybe even both. And now comparing the forced positions, in my opinion, it doesn't look like I'm artificially forcing it as much in the afters. Now, I personally don't see any drastic changes in canthal tilt or overall eye structure, but I do see a difference in the look. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah? How'd that look? How?
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm giving you the look, the eyes.
Oh.
How you doing?
No, I don't notice anything.
Well, okay, she's been with me for the last month, so she wouldn't notice any subtle changes day to day, but I think over the 30 days, I really have noticed that it seems like I've increased a little bit of hooding on the left eye. I don't know if that was due to pulling the skin. All in all I gotta say is it does look like I made some improvements, but I think most of the improvements are actually from just practicing the look. It's like I got more natural at just being in this state. From the beginning, I was just like, forcing it, and then that over time, just like any other exercise, it became more second nature, more natural. With that being said, in my opinion, does it really even matter? Like, who really even cares? I mean, but you guys wanted to see this video, so I thought I'd make it for anyways. At the end of the day, I really think everybody has different tastes, so it's not gonna be like a big deal whether you, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you all have a great day. Peace. More videos coming out. I will see you all in the next video.